All right, we are back for the finals. Finals are going to be Wenjong on Hospiroid Precision Design versus Ainsley on Virtual Intelligence PI. And we've got the deck lists.
God, do we ever? All right, well, we're gonna go left to right, right?
Okay,
So let's talk this really quick because I got to play against Wenjong's PD earlier, and when I read this list before we sat down, I was grinning ear to ear because it's just PD. It's just PD, but better. Like, this is not flop flood, not like anything particularly wild. It's just really honed PD. This is like the closest thing to a reg PD that I think really exists in the meta right now. That Event Horizon Splash is clutch. It is so solid. It also requires so much more finesse to play into this meta in particular that, like, it's a testament to Wenjong that he's just made this look totally fine, actually. You know what I mean? Like, it's really solid. The greasings in particular are a really nice touch.
Yeah, it was very interesting because we saw this on stream earlier, and it was after we'd seen.
How much time would you?
We're going over deck lists,
Okay,
and we're
5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yep.
So we saw this deck list. We saw this deck on stream earlier, and by that point, we had seen a lot of PD today, and most of it was wide. And then this one was glaciering up, and it was really fun to watch something going at it from a different angle.
Different, yeah, and frankly, this is the kind of. I think a lot of people would just consider this to be like the fundamental identity of Netrunner, right? Like, this is the corporation builds servers with defenses, they put agendas in them. Your goal is to figure out if you can crack it or not as the runner, right? And this is that, except it says, no, you can't, and I'm recurring my best pieces every single time I prove you wrong, which is so good, especially when you crack Event Horizon and pick it up. Like, it's so good. I love this list. The Mitra, by the way, inspired. Love that for Wenjong. That card's amazing.
I certainly hope we get to see an Event Horizon recurred. Earlier, it was just seamless.
It usually is, admittedly. But if there's another one in hand and they've already scored the three-pointer, like, there's absolutely a world in which they can do it. I mean, yeah, we're used to seamless. Obviously, seamless recursion and PD go together like system gateway and system gateway. But it's very much like you have that versatility, you have those options in the same way that you don't always pick up the flood in flop flood PD, right? Sometimes you have other lines. This is very much that. It's very, very good. Obviously, you want those key pieces. If you have a key operation already, you're good to go, and then you can do cool things. So, this deck is sick. I'm super fond of it. A couple call-outs from the new pool, right? 3 Sleipnir, 3 horses. Yeah, it's like premier. It's one of the best code gates in the game. Super, super good. And then I love the predictives of Seb Hate. They're probably not going to matter here.
Yeah. Unless something strange happens, Vic's going to be wanting to clear those tags.
Yeah, directly incentivized to not float them. And Vic's, I mean, to sort of switch over to talking Vic here. You don't want to lose a twinning. That would be bad. So yeah, you're not going to lose your twinning. You're not going to lose your area. You're not going to lose your dream net. Like, you care way too much about every single one of these cards. So they're just going to be a bit of acceleration for Wenjong, though admittedly that extra PD hand size does come into play. Ripping for draw is pretty great.
Yes, and so we did just see this Vic on stream, and we didn't have the deck list in front of us for that time. Anything standing out to you as something that we didn't get to see, that we didn't know was in here?
I mean, we never saw Tungsten Tailor. It's wholly unsurprising that it's here. I really like the split between Eru and Twinning. I think that going 1-1 is really inspired, and I know a lot of people, it's been done, right? Like, we've seen it plenty of times, but I feel like when you're importing those things, and you need limited access to those, and it's not like an Anarch thing where you can just kind of haul through it, I really like those options there, and you need a legitimate archives threat.
Yes. Yeah, and you got your... If you do lose them, you got your privileged access.
Yeah, I mean, this is entirely... When people joke about Blue Hoshiko, it's me, I'm people. It's this. It's 15 Anarch influence in a dream, right? Like, it is absolutely that deck that it plays Netrunner. This honestly we couldn't ask for a better finale in terms of just like, no, Netrunner's still Netrunner. Like, Seb is scary, Flop Flood is scary, and I'm not going to, not one way or the other on that one, but like, look at what's winning.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like out of the last, what? How long has it been since Vantage Point came out? A month?
month, yeah, ish. Yeah, God, it feels longer.
We've seen some of the reg crim out there.
Yeah. We've seen, it's really interesting actually, because the one area where we haven't seen Reg really come back, and that's not to say that it hasn't, because like Lou has actually done really well. It's more in terms of popularity. It's like Reg Crim, then Reg Shaper, then Reg Lou, at least in my experience. Lou might actually have a claim to that. That last two are kind of wishy-washy. But a lot of the folks that just want to play Reg Netrunner in some kind of way have made that switch to Vic. And that transition has been a breeze for a lot of folks, frankly. Like, they're just like, oh, okay, I get all of my tools, I just have fewer of them, and I have criminal tools now? Okay, cool. I have more econ events. Neat. Like, it has borne out in a really interesting, if predictable way. Also, we got them scrounges. Look at those mats.
I guess we can go look at them. The viewers can't see those.
Oh.
But we can pop over to see them.
Yeah.
I was pulling it up to see if they were resolving mulligans yet. It looks like they are, and we're off. Perfect time to go look at it. So yes, these are the top 4 scrounge mats from this tournament.
I see a transfer. Let's go. Come on. Now, we have to, I think as, from Ainsley's perspective, you have to reasonably assume that whatever, not a steal, whatever is in the remote right now, you have to treat it like it's an HR. Mm-hmm. Right? And that means that if you can contest it reasonably without bankrupting yourself, if you have a pinhole or anything like that, you probably should. In this case, not happening, right? Like, we're doing money, class act Hermes, like, we're setting up a pretty significant chunk here. I'll say, what's up? Lost my thumb, Smeether, what's going on? So I am really excited to see if the Hermes pressure can like help kind of dismantle Wenjong's game a little bit, which is going to mean that the areas in which you don't run are really, really important. You need to not run everywhere, and admittedly, Vic is perfectly happy to make like 1 to 2 impactful runs at max, right, on any given turn. Reg Crim wants value. Running constantly isn't value. We have a visitor.
What's up, y'all? Shout
Hey,
out
hey.
ATL. It's Spider Bro again. Y'all just saw me got blown up on stream, but it's cool. I just wanted to see a big man in action, so I'll let Visitron cook. I'm just
Oh no, I'm done cooking. The pans are in the wash. Like, I'm
there's
absolutely.
another chair.
I'm pulling
Pull
you
the
a chair.
chair.
We're making room.
Okay.
I got you, brother.
We could do like League of Legends style, like, you know, they're all shoutcasting and standing up. And, like,
Yeah.
I haven't paid attention to this game.
Switch it for fighting games, and I'm with you.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's the
We've got the bounce, the draw, and the filter set up on the runner side, and just been slowly building.
We also know that Ainsley's packing a transfer. It's just a question of when.
Right. Yeah, no breakers is tough because drafter is kind of game losing.
Yeah.
But against this PD specifically, keeping them poor is actually not a terrible option. Like forcing horse is not a bad face check.
Right. Horse
and
is
it's expensive.
Horse is fine. Any given barrier is fine. You're really not mad at Bran.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a big deal. If you faceplant into it, there's the event horizon on HQ. That's what got me.
Oh, is there a boomerang on HQ?
Stranded. Gone.
Stranded.
Dead. That is a really, like, obviously that trade is up for Wenjong significally.
Oh, up for Wenjong.
I would say so. I would say it's better for Wenjong in this case to shed an event horizon and get rid of a boomerang and a transfer.
Oh,
I don't know. You fight me.
So
like,
I argue it's you know, the corp doesn't want to res a 4-cost piece of ice just to lose it immediately.
Of course.
And now Wenjong is very poor, and HQ is wide open, which is also quite bad.
So one thing we were just talking about was the predictive planograms in Wenjong's list.
Yeah. So Wenjong is specifically scared about the Seb.
Right, we were saying they're going to be a little worse here just because there's 0% that a Reg Vic is ever going to float a tag.
Yeah.
Like, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, which is fine, because Planogram is still a good card.
It's easy mark or a giant pile of draw. Like, you're not mad at Anonymous Tip either.
Right.
That's all fine. My thought is, if there's anything in that Trank Grid server, say in HR or anything like that, none of this matters.
Is that Trank?
Oh yes, that is a
Yeah.
Trank.
The like blue and yellow one.
Yeah, it's an alt. The only reason I knew that is because I saw it earlier.
Yep.
Okay.
It's been on stream a few times today.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, more than anything, this is a battle of economy.
Absolutely.
You know, Crim is trying to keep PD down. PD is trying to fight back extremely hard.
What we were saying earlier, and I think you'll probably agree, is that this as a finale to a Netrunner set like this is great in the sense that this is Netrunner.
Yeah.
Like, at its essence.
For sure.
Like, if you pitch the game to somebody, this kind of game is exactly what it is. It's just being played. Ooh, steal! It's not on the mat!
I don't know what it is. All right, I'll go to check.
I was going to say, check.
We need to put a little tray on the table.
The agenda zone. Oh, and a dream?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, the board's gonna get dismantled! That's so many Hermes procs! Oh my god.
Okay, I believe it was an off-world office, and then they let them dream.
Yes.
We saw the Let Them Dream.
The double Hermes is crazy.
Yeah, imagine
Oh
happening
my god.
that happening to you on stream. How terrible would that be?
Wow, jeez. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, Hermes, good card.
yeah. I just want to point out that Ainsley did not, in fact, get bodied by the HQ Event Horizon, unlike somebody else who played Wenjong on stream earlier. Anyway, no, this is a brutal position.
Yes, this is very tough. Being on 3 means Ainsley just needs to take their time and set up, and they will get into a server. Even if they're not getting dream net value every turn, the threat of losing a train, losing another off-off, is another one that Wenjong can't put in a score area, and also, that much closer to 7 points.
Losing a train is one of those things that swings the win percentages by double digits.
Yes.
It is just catastrophic. Like, not only... the damage that you don't immediately see is how awful Wenjong's scoring patterns have to become after that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just brutal.
Yeah. Luckily, we're not quite yet in panic mode. I'm sure Wenjong, in his many hours of practice, has been, found himself in these situations where the runner just seems to hit every agenda in your deck, and I believe in the boy. I also see an Uru in hand. Uru, just being in the Vic deck, represents so much, just mental damage on the corp, if anything. Having to Ice Archive sucks.
Actually having 3 centrals is awful.
Yeah.
You never want that.
Right.
Yeah.
You need money for remote ice, you need money for scoring, and having to ice all 3 is just untenable.
So here's the question. Do you hold the Uru until he actually rebuilds the remote and try to Hermes it?
Yeah. I think it never comes down unless you're playing it, and
Yeah.
you only play it if you need to, try to do something like that.
Yeah.
You're also ahead. So again,
No
you can
rush.
find twinning,
Yep.
build up twinning counters, and then when, honestly, I could see Uru coming down at 2 counters and just start sending, 4 accesses, because we're on thread as well.
Right. Now the trick here, right, is that it is a 1 of twinning.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
oh, wait, did we
it's
just
in
see
hand.
it?
No, it's been
Oh my
in
god,
hand.
it's in hand. I didn't even see that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, this
Twinning
is
Uru in hand is
mighty.
mighty.
Ridiculous.
We just want Chesva, and we are good to go. And then, of course, cast best card in DP.
It's net 5. It's very good.
It's very good.
It's the best runner card they got.
Yeah, I've had some debates about Vic versus Sable, and I think maybe in terms of interaction, Carpe Diem versus casts, I'm taking casts just because of the sheer amount of money it represents.
For sure.
You have so many options.
I think one of the big things too is that you have so many different ways to generate value in criminal and squeeze a little bit of extra out of that. As soon as you start to involve cards like Praxis and what have you, Daily Cast
Right.
just becomes the best econ card.
Yeah,
in the game.
right.
Easily.
Is that a greasing?
It might have been a greasing, just a little tempo greasing, no tag removal or anything, installing a new remote ice.
I think the double greasings are inspired. I think they're a ton of gas.
Yeah,
Just
especially against them. Oh,
Wait, already?
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, we're sending it.
Fuck it.
We ball.
Okay.
Dreamnet.
Successful trigger and Dreamnet too.
Oh my
So much value. So much value.
Ainsley just saying, no, you're not getting a remote. Oh, no, not today.
Ooh.
And still, the existence of Iru is enough to, force people into. Now, Wenjong has to consider: do I want Ice Archives? Do I want to spend money?
Not only do I need to put a piece of ice that I may not even necessarily have ready to go in Archives, I have to be able to afford it, and I have to spend the clicks to invest in that.
Right.
Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
This is an awful position.
Yeah.
You don't want to be here.
Carmen is down, so not installing Gun first, just getting the value off of the Carmen discount. Generally, not the best breaker specifically against PD, who is probably on 3 drafter.
Really good once Tungsten Tailor comes down.
Sure.
Carmen goes from being kind of a rough breaker to utilize in any real way without just eating a Chesva every single time to breaking most played sentries in 2 credits.
Yeah. Is Ainsley on Taylor?
1.
Yes.
1? Oh, wow, okay.
1, yeah.
I know they're also on Leech, which scares me.
Yeah. Yeah, one of each. So this is, we were saying earlier, the bluest Hoshiko I've ever seen. Like, it is just, it's the most Hosh list to ever not have Hosh in it. I kind of love it for that, but mostly because it's blue. I'm going to be real. Yeah. Like, it is vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. There's not even a caramel swirl.
Nice, yeah. I mean, Fraxis is, like, kind of spicy, technically.
Yeah, but then you read Vic's text and you realize, oh, no, it isn't. Like, wait, it just recurs daily cast every single time. Yeah. Wait, no.
Bleach is down. Shib also an unfortunate breaker ice matchup into Horse, especially now that we're at threat 4, so not quite yet, but eventually it will start to show its weaknesses.
There is a world in which we never see threat 4.
It is possible.
And that we just explode past that point.
Yeah.
In the same way that a lot of like deep dive heavy lists would just hold and hold and hold and wait and then burst past that line. There's a solid chance that with a good twinning run, be it Eru or otherwise, it's just over.
Yeah. Oh, getaway. So we're doing a value getaway on A Central. Probably. I believe it's Horse.
R&D, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We know we can break that with some amount of money.
Get that leech cooking. You're going to need it.
Yeah. Leech counters are going to be so valuable here. Like we said, Drafter against Carmen, Sleipnir against Shibboleth, and let's see. Braun on top.
Yep.
Yeah. Another kind of like non-necessarily reg innovation that Wenjong has done is the Rego in the remote. Having that stick around for a turn or 2 is really useful, boosts PD's economy by a lot. Now you don't have to just score off world to win.
Clearing a Rego really is just one of those moments where you're like, you cannot assail me for free ever. Transfer is no longer real for the most part. Obviously, you'd rather not have it happen, but like it was a Rego click.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's fine.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Regolith and him just clearing him out at his pace as he needs it. I have a spare click. I'm clicking for 3.
Yeah.
Just. Woo.
So Wenjong's line here is probably. He has the Braun in hand now. If we can put it somewhere meaningful, either in the remote or in a central we deem kind of bad or kind of weak, then we'll be happy. Looks like just double icing everything, preventing Vic from getting those value runs that it craves so much.
Yeah, DreamNet no longer just full-on Desperado.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure that Vicetron is starting to itch right now, seeing that Spin Doctor go unpressured.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I would say. What value does Ainsley get right now out of running that Spin Doctor?
Right.
What does Wenjong actually get, right? Like, if anything, Wenjong would welcome the click being wasted. Yes, I wouldn't be able to hold back. I don't have self-control, but I'm not at the top table. Ainsley's a better player than me, so here we are.
So Boomy also, drafter numbers against Carmen is kind of awkward. We do have 1 leech counter, which I think is worth to use now. We'll go ahead and break the Boomy. We are going to encounter the Horse and break the Horse for a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, Bravado gives us a 1 credit rebate, and we will touch a card and take a DreamNet credit and draw.
Yep.
That looks like...
Trashable, but I can't tell. Is that a... Right? No. I can't tell what that is.
I believe that stayed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of just a Chesva waiting room. Once we find Chesva and install Chesva, install Twinning, the game is on a clock.
Absolutely.
It's already ticking down very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that stands out most at this point is that, like, there's really no...
There it is.
Oh.
The Crim Doom
the number's
Rig is
up.
here. Yep,
Hey,
yep.
hand in your deli ticket. Go get your stuff. Your number is here. This is bad. This is a really rough board
is really
state for
bad.
Wenjong.
Yeah, being behind his PD just means any threat that you put in the remote doesn't matter. You know, Hermes bounce, weaken a central, and just win off centrals.
Yep, any given moment.
Any given moment. And now we can basically soft lock the top of R&D. We can always see 2 cards. The numbers aren't great on Breaking Horse, but...
Wenjong, incredibly loaded. 22 credits is a lot.
Yes.
A lot of this ice is not wildly expensive, but at the same time, you don't want to res 2 archives ice? Are you crazy? Like, come on!
Right.
Like, nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, Sleipnir everywhere. Honestly, the best card? One of the best cards of Vantage Point. The numbers on it are so good. 3 subs, 4 strength is just extremely hard for runners to interact with, unless, of course, you're...
And it's a cool horse.
It is a cool
It
horse.
is an incredibly metal horse. When I ran through this stuff, I gave it a 4 out of 5, and I don't think I was generous enough. That card rules.
Yeah.
It is literally just like the perfect code gate.
Fly Swatter? Doesn't really do much in this matchup. Shib always breaks it for 1.
Yep.
And notably, Ainsley keeping a single twin encounter in the pocket. I think, very rightfully so, probably thinking there aren't any agendas in HQ that we need to sniff out right now. Let's just keep a twin encounter on a big dig. Like you mentioned Visitron earlier, let's not get to threat 4, let's just win the game.
Yeah. There is no reason for Ainsley to hurry.
Yes.
This is their game.
Yeah.
Like it is entirely their table. If they keep exhibiting the patience
Yes.
that Ainsley has shown through the entire day, this is going to fall their way somehow.
Yeah.
One bad Hermes bounce on archives, punch R&D as hard as it'll go, and you're probably fine.
Yeah.
That spin is not going to save you against a good enough twinning Yaru dig.
That's right. Getting some margin of value from Trank. I don't expect this to be an agenda push. If it is, very bold of Wenjong. Again, Hermes is just too powerful of a card to lose an ice on archives, lose an ice on the remote is maybe untenable now.
Yeah.
I would expect this to be maybe a Managarm, maybe a Humanoid.
Yeah.
Wake comes down, because why not?
Why not? Yeah. Yeah, punch harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. What was that? Pinhole? Okay.
Yeah.
Kind
Go
of
over
not
there.
the most unfortunate hit, honestly.
Yeah. Pinhole shutting down a skunk, maybe in the late game when we're trying to, make that last run on the remote has meaning here. But we're just going to keep stacking twinning counters from Chesva, get those wake counters going now. And
Right.
R&D is where the game is now.
Absolutely.
Ainsley spending no twinning counters, it look like? Or
Built one. I saw one go on.
one goes on, but none are used for this run.
Right. Horse.
Horse.
Holding it down.
All the way down, it's horses. Quick think, a couple clicks left. No Chesva money, so maybe we just credit up.
Credit's not awful.
Credit's not bad.
There it is. All right.
Yeah. Notably, open market allows us to get some twinning value without having to use Chesva to interact with anything. No more value runs in archives with the ice, but it doesn't matter because we can install another open market off the
Hello,
board.
Rashida.
Humanoid fires.
Yep.
Great for Wenjong. Running through the deck feels awkward. Not an enviable position by any means.
No.
Install for Trank money.
I did not catch what that was.
I did not either. Install another HU ice, shutting off that wake, or at least attempting to. And then the operation will be hedge fund. So we do have a lot of money, and we might be able to score some agendas, but again, Hermes on any 4-2 or 5-3 score is going to be really rough.
Let's assume for a second that Wenjong has functionally infinite money. Which is almost true, right? But let's just make the assumption and stop doing math for a second. What ice presents a threat to Ainsley?
I mean, Braun.
Braun is big,
Braun is big.
but how much? I'm trying to figure out how much that actually matters if Ainsley just sits back, money's up,
Right.
does the thing.
Right, and here's part of the thing, right? We just saw an open market that will probably come down using open market credits,
Yep.
charging the twinning without having to interact. Peter saying, playing hedge telegraphs no agendas in HQ. Sure. I assume that's regarding the agenda density in HQ. We're lowering it.
I think that signaling that is certainly what I would do if I was holding what I wanted to jam. Also, I feel like missing the extra bit of value on the tail end of humanoid is just like kind of unconscionable. Like I would absolutely do that every single time.
It says you may, therefore I have to.
Yeah. Would you kindly play every econ operation in the deck? And I was like, yeah, I would, but what does it do?
So I'm very surprised if this is a score. I think maybe the only sustainable remote is like a double brawn remote.
Ainsley's not rich.
Ainsley's
Chesva
not
doesn't
rich.
work in the remote.
That's right.
This is a window.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked. I wouldn't be entirely shocked. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah.
Single advance. Okay, so we are presenting a scoring threat on the next turn. I would imagine that's Agenda Skunk. Skunk behind a Brawn does actually make our lives a bit harder. Yeah.
I think at this point, Ainsley can't realistically get into the remote.
Yes.
Really, at all. However, Wenjong should know that. And so the question becomes, does he push this longer than it needs to position himself in such a way that he does not get gutted by Hermes when he scores this thing? Because if it's seamless advanced score, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're chilling. It's okay. You get an off offer, whatever, great, more money, woohoo. But if it's Amelia's,
Seamless advance, you can repair after train. You get the click back.
if it's
to
yeah, that's
install.
true. Yeah, if it's Lux Line, you're totally fine. Okay, never mind. That's right. They have that now. Okay, yeah, that's.
Still.
So
really,
Dream is awful, but
yeah, still really difficult to push though. I think Wenjong only does this if this is a seamless advance. Ainsley can't interact with seamless if they see it in HQ, but it probably doesn't matter because I kind of feel a twinning like Iru dig coming right now.
we see
We see
counters
two
get
cards.
moved, yeah.
So we have 3 twinnings after the run.
bottoming another Dream Net.
Yeah.
There it goes. Money.
Looks like we transferred. Oh,
Yep.
that was a transfer.
That was a
run.
transfer
Okay.
run,
The
yeah,
transfer
yeah.
seemed. I did not see that earlier.
Uno. Dream.
Still dream and bounce the the agenda and
Yep.
it's
Oh boy.
uh,
We still have clicks, right?
we still have.
Oh, this could be catastrophic. There's no way that we don't have clicks, given that it's Vic, right? Like, we're not.
What is this now?
That's a seamless, I believe. Yeah, that is. Those are altered seamlesses.
How
I
do
had
we
to.
see the seamless?
We were still seeing
transfer.
We're
was a
still
transfer
resolving
run?
20 counters.
Oh, we used 2 20 counters. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Sorry, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, I mean there is a world in which, after the Hermes bounce, the agenda twinning sees that card too.
Right. And if we can
Now you
reason-
have Twinning and Wake and Iru.
We have everything. We can probably see like 7 cards deep now.
a pretty respectable pile of money.
Yeah.
2 tags.
2 tags is fine. I mean, losing twinning is not great
If
for
you
us.
spend it,
Sure.
I mean, if you spend it, I mean, you still probably trash the Iru just to
Right.
remove that threat,
Right.
but like it's.
So it looks
tough.
like we're in the middle of an archives run. Ainsley is dumping everything into this Kurapura. The second ice matters a lot. We have 3
It does.
credits left, no Chesma money. And what do we see?
Oh, I can't tell what that
I
is.
cannot tell. It looks like we're bouncing though. It looks like a Hagen, which does break.
Yes.
Yeah,
Only just.
only just, but that might be game. We'll see.
Another
Iru
card
sees
to go
1,
into.
Iru,
Iru's
Wake,
+1,
and
twinning
twinning.
+2,
Was it 5?
Wake +2, 6 total.
6? Yeah.
With clicks left.
3.
Oh, here we go. Any train does it.
4. Not game? Given that they didn't immediately.
Oh!
That's game! Oh my god!
Wow.
I am going to go. I'm gonna go celebrate with my friend. Oh my god.
Well, yeah,
let's
huge-
go, Ainsley.
Congrats to Ainsley. Let's go.
Holding it down for NC. Let's go. Oh my god. I gotta, Auntie, I gotta go.
Yeah,
I mean-
absolutely. Run out.
Ainsley!
Well, Visitron's popping off.
Yeah.
Really well played to Wenjong and Ainsley. I mean, an amazing, amazing run showing the true power of, Regvik. It just gets the job done. Touch the cards. Very, very, very clean. Awesome. Well, what's on the docket right now?
I think I think we're done. We've
Cool.
got so Ainsley wins the egg. Our prize here,
Oh, the shiniest egg of them all.
and becomes the 2026 North Carolina District Champion.
Yeah. Congrats again to Ainsley. Super well played. NC Districts won by an NC local. Love to see it. Hometown hero and everything. Well, I'm gonna peace out.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks
so
again.
much for
Thanks,
coming
Nazi.
on. Thank you for being here. And we're gonna unless you have something else you want to say, Vestron?
NC best state, let's go, baby! Woo!
All right. Thank you everyone who has joined at any point during today. And we're gonna probably go have some dinner and rest.
Later, y'all. It's been a pleasure.